Our next speaker, Ms. Sandy Long. Don't overlook your name and address.
Oh, okay. Mayor and Councilman, my name is Sandy. My parents' address is actually 6660, and that's South Calvary Lane, that's in Hereford. I am a University of Arizona student, but Sierra Vista is definitely my home. I've lived here for 6 years. I'm here for the puppy issue as well. A couple of things that I wanted to clarify first were the difference between a reputable breeder and an irreputable breeder. A reputable breeder to me is somebody who breeds for the better of the animal. They have breed standards. The American Kennel Club has standards that they strive to push these dogs toward, and they want the best for these animals, and it's not for profit. Irreputable breeders are usually, and in what I've seen, accidental breedings and breeders that are trying to push for a profit, and that usually doesn't end for the best of the dog. A lot of the time, irreputable breeders are extremely uneducated on topics of well-being when it comes to the physiology and the mental well-being of these dogs, and that ends up in a huge detriment to these dogs and the new owners of these puppies. A lot of the puppies that I'm seeing, and I've stopped and asked when I'm in the Walmart parking lot, when I come home to visit my home, are the puppies vaccinated? Well, no, they're not vaccinated yet. Actually, they're not young, or they're not old enough to be vaccinated yet. So we have unvaccinated puppies in these areas, in unprotected areas. Parvovirus, Glenn mentioned a lot of health issues get brought up. And these puppies, the owners that have these dogs, they don't care. And it's not something that they're responsible for because they don't have to take the burden. It's the new pet owner that has to worry about that once the dog's been placed in the new home. Potential health risks. A lot of things can be screened for, and a lot of these irreputable breeders aren't taking that extra step to provide these puppies with great homes. Hip dysplasia, hydrocephalus, deafness, cleft palates, laxated patellas. A lot of these things can actually be screened for, and they're not. And this is causing a huge problem in these new owners. A lot of new owners can't financially hold on to the burden, and a lot of these animals are being disposed of, like Glenn had said earlier. Irreputable breeders. Who are these new dog owners going to go to when they have questions on trading? Potty training, and I am definitely, I've gone through this, potty training my little mutt. It's horrible and it's stressful, and you have to have somebody to call, and you want somebody to be able to. Irreputable breeders a lot of time don't have the trainers that you can call. They don't know what vets are best to go to, where reputable breeders are going to be able to give you all the information that you need. Like Glenn had mentioned earlier, it's an impulse buy, and it's such a traffic hazard. I'm driving into the Walmart parking lot, and you see kids, and you can see them hanging out of the window, and they say, stop, I want to see the puppy. They don't think about what goes on. They don't think about the potty training. They don't think about the furniture that they're about to lose. They don't think about the backyard that they are not going to have anymore and the pretty landscaping. It's gone. And then the puppy, a couple months after Christmas, these puppies are in pounds, and that's an awful place. One thing that I kind of spent a little time researching was puppy development. When puppies hit about the age of 5 weeks is when their eyes are fully developed. Puppies that are being sold at places like Walmart and out of cars and in parking lots, a lot of the times these people are lying about the ages of puppies. The earlier you can get the puppies weaned off of these mothers, the earlier the puppy or the mother can be thrown into estrus, which means another litter can come sooner. These puppies are being sold before their senses are fully developed. That means that they're selling puppies that can be potentially deaf, they can be potentially blind. These new owners have no idea what's coming when that kind of stuff happens. Between 7 and 9 weeks is when a puppy can actually use its full senses. And these puppies are being sold at 6, 7, 8 weeks. You have no idea what's to come. Between the ages of 6 and 12 weeks is actually the developmental stages. For the puppies, they're learning to socialize. They're learning how to control their biting. Without this, you're bringing a puppy into your home who doesn't know how to socialize properly with children and with other dogs. You have extremely aggressive dogs. You have dogs that don't know how to control themselves around humans. We're going to have more dogs in the pound, and that's going to be something that nobody wants to deal with. Nobody wants to have that many animals in pounds. It's not fair to the dog. They were never given a chance. Something that just happened to me a couple weeks ago, I'm a student up at U of A, but I come home all the time, and I bring my friends home when I want to, show them Sierra Vista. I was actually driving home, and my friend pointed out, we're driving, everybody goes down past Walmart to go home, pointed out in the wash a cardboard sign with a puppies for sale on it. And that was the first thing that they noticed about the city of Sierra Vista. And I was a little bit upset about that. We were driving, and we went to go to Marshall's, and you saw the puppies for sale in their car, and everybody has seen it. There's always puppies there. And they couldn't believe that that was still legal. In Tucson, we can't do that kind of stuff. And in Tucson, you don't see that kind of stuff. And they couldn't believe that that was happening. So this is the image that people are having of Sierra Vista when they're coming from out of town. And I thought that was a little sad. My last point was that it's going to encourage puppy mills. Everybody heard about what happened in Avra Valley. And now when you think Avra Valley, you automatically think of the hoarding situation with the 500 dogs. And Sierra Vista allowing puppies to be sold on the side of the road is just encouraging the puppy mill, the trend that's building in America. And I don't think that Sierra Vista should allow something like that. I think that we've got a lot of other things that we need to be proud of, and something like puppy mills and allowing people to sell from the side of the road isn't one of the things that we need. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Long, or Ms. Long. Ms. Patricia Will.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and council members, and thank you for hearing me. I am a knee-jerk reaction person who bought a puppy out of the Walmart parking lot. As the puppy developed, she had severe problems. It's all in your packet. The dog had to undergo extensive jaw surgery. This is congenital. This is from a backyard breeder. I use that word term, loosely. My dogs are not disposable. They're my babies. They are my family. I took whatever it took to take care of this animal, which was financially devastating. I love her. I would do it again, but I wouldn't buy from Walmart. I'd like invite you all to drive by Walmart and see what goes on, how they treat their animals. I had a meltdown. I wanted this puppy, and I bought this puppy. I had nobody but myself to blame. I had no help when I called the people who had the litter and told them of these horrific problems. She will survive. She's with me. I've been a citizen of Sierra Vista for 31 years, and I have a business. And I thank you very much, and I really hope that you take to your hearts that these animals are suffering.
Thank you, Ms. Will.